Have you ever heard of the Centennial Light? It's a light bulb in a fire station in Livermore, California, and it's been burning almost continuously since 1901. That's over 120 years. Think about that for a second. This single, simple bulb has outlived generations of people. It saw the invention of the airplane, the rise and fall of empires, the birth of the internet. It just keeps glowing. So, here is a question that might pop into your head. Why does the bulb in your kitchen burn out every single year? Why do we have to constantly replace things that, apparently, could be built to last a lifetime? Is it just bad luck? Poor engineering? Not even close. The truth is much more calculated. It's not a mistake. It's a business strategy. A strategy that was born in a secret meeting over a century ago. Let's rewind to the year 1924. Imagine a smoke-filled room in Geneva, Switzerland. Gathered around a table are the most powerful men in the light bulb industry. We're talking the CEOs of global giants like Philips from the Netherlands, Osram from Germany, and General Electric from the United States. These weren't just competitors. They were the titans who controlled the world's access to light. On that day, they formed a secret alliance, a cartel. They called it the Phoebus Cartel, named after the Greek god of light. Their goal wasn't to create a better, brighter future for humanity. No, their goal was much more profitable. They had a shared problem. Their light bulbs were too good. Back then, it wasn't uncommon for a bulb to last 2,500 hours, or even longer, and this presented a terrifying prospect for them. If a customer bought a light bulb that lasted 4 years, they wouldn't need to buy another one. Sales would eventually flatline. The business model was fundamentally flawed from their perspective. A durable, long-lasting product was the enemy of continuous profit. So, in that room in Geneva, they made a pact, a secret agreement that would change the world of consumer goods forever. They decided, together, to intentionally make their products worse. They signed a contract to artificially limit the lifespan of their light bulbs. They didn't just guess at a number. They created committees, ran tests, and scientifically determined the perfect lifespan to maximize their profits. The new standard they agreed upon was exactly 1,000 hours, a dramatic drop from the 2,500 hours that was common at the time. This wasn't just a gentleman's agreement. The Phoebus Cartel set up a system of strict enforcement. They had inspectors and a system of fines. If a factory belonging to one of these companies produced a batch of bulbs that, on average, lasted longer than the mandated 1,000 hours, that company would be fined. Think about how backward that is. They were literally punishing their own engineers for doing their job too well. They were using the brightest minds and the best technology in the world for a single purpose, to design a worse product. This single decision by the Phoebus Cartel gave birth to a concept we are all unfortunately familiar with today: planned obsolescence. It's the idea of designing a product with an artificially limited lifespan, so it will become obsolete or non-functional after a certain period. And once this idea was out, it spread like wildfire. It became the unwritten rule of modern manufacturing. Why does your smartphone start to feel slow and buggy right around the 2-year mark, just as a new model is released? Why does your printer suddenly display an unfixable error message the day after its warranty expires? Why do your headphones break after a year of normal use? It's not an accident. It's a feature, not a bug. From car parts to kitchen appliances to fast fashion, this principle is everywhere. Companies know that if they build things to last, you'll stop buying. So they build them to break. It creates a cycle of consumption, waste, and constant spending. The legacy of that secret meeting in 1924 is the mountain of electronic waste we produce every year. It's the frustration of having to replace something you just bought. So the next time your trusty gadget gives up on you for no apparent reason, remember the Centennial light bulb, still burning bright after more than a century. And remember that things aren't always breaking because of bad technology or poor craftsmanship. Sometimes they're breaking precisely because of good business. It's a sobering thought. What kind of world would we live in if everything was built to last? Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden stories that shape our world. See you on the next one.